Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is Wednesday, May 8th, and welcome to an all-new episode of Style by Stevie. I am here, Fashion Dolls. I apologize about my tardiness. I had to make sure that everything was updated and uploaded to the Style by Stevie talk show page. You guys might notice something a little bit different. I wanted to take a risk today, and this is definitely pushing the envelope. You guys know me for always pushing the boundaries for style and beauty, and this season has been the most amazing season ever for me thus far. So let's get into today's show with today's special guest. Are y'all ready to have some fun, Fashion Dolls? I haven't done a show this late, but I'm super excited for today's special guest. Today's special guest is an actor and model, and he is a fresh new face, and he is a part of the most sexy cast ever for Talks with Myself. We've been interviewing some of the cast members for OME Pro Roger Onions Jr., and I'm super excited all throughout this week, the spring season, all right? So I am going to send him this live, and we are going to dive right into this interview, Fashion Dolls. If you guys hear some humming in the background, that is my fan going off because it is extremely hot, and y'all don't want your diva to pass out, do you? So let me send him this live so that we can dive right into this conversation and this interview. But again, I apologize for being extremely fashionably late. So please forgive me, Fashion Dolls. All right, so let me go ahead and let him know that we are on. And we can get right into today's show, Fashion Dolls. Are y'all ready to have some fun? I know I am. Hey, brother. We are waiting on our very special guest to get here. Waiting on him to get here. I hope you guys are all doing wonderful. He just sent me a message. He is on his way. He just got through. He has to wrap up a few shots. We got to be out before 7 p.m. I am feeling excellent, and I hope you guys are feeling excellent as well, too. This is a definitely daring look. I wanted to do something completely different than what I would normally do with just the hair over the eye. So without further ado, Fashion Dolls, let's welcome our very special guest, Derrick Butler. And I just sent him an invite.
Well, actually, you had the show, so it's fine.
Hi.
How you doing? How's it going?
I am doing wonderful. It is such a pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the Dollhouse.
Likewise, thank you for having me.
Such a pleasure to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, so before we get into this interview, I won't keep you long because I know you said you have to do some more shooting. He is on set right now. You guys know Talks with Myself. And I've been interviewing some of the cast members, so it's such a pleasure to have you here. So before we get into this interview, how would you sum up 2024? How has 2024 been for you so far?
It's been eventful. It just feels like every day is something. Like literally every day is something. I'm rarely in like the same city, to be honest. You know, I hail from New York. But yeah, I was just out in Houston. Then before I was out in Miami, so I'm always all over the place.
Okay. And you said New York. I have family in New York, Brownsville and Brooklyn. And I'm pretty sure you've heard of the Five Boroughs as well,
Yeah,
too. So, yeah.
yes. I have family in Flatbush.
Yep, there too.
Very West Indian, very West Indian. But I'm actually from Long Island, so which is I want to say 30 minutes east of Brooklyn. For the ones that don't know.
And I see 4N, some of your cast members are hey 4N, and he has some music that is coming out
Yeah.
pretty soon. So
Yes, he
make sure you
does.
guys go.
Some amazing, wonderful music.
So let's get right into you because you are a fresh new face. You've been acting, you model, you do it all. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Your journey. And I know you can only we on a time limit here, Fashion Doll, because he has to be on set be back in the 70s doing filming right now as we speak.
But
So for you, the journey. At what age did you discover acting, and when did you say acting and modeling was something that I want to get into?
modeling, I kind of like always wanted to do like growing up. Ever since I was like obviously a kid. Just seeing like Tyson Beckford, of course. Killing the runway. And it's just like, oh, there's a big black dark skinned fine man. Walking down the runway. And it's like, oh, I can do that too. So then, graduated high school, and then I was like, you know what? If I don't do it now, then when am I ever going to do it? Um, modeling, flip back in between like boutique agencies, from New York, tri-state area, wherever, and I love modeling. I did the whole fashion weeks. Still doing photo shoots here and there. Just did one earlier, actually. Going to finish one now later. Acting. So this was actually my first acting gig, which I actually fell in love with. I've always been interested in acting, but you also have some type of vulnerability when you act as well, because you got to make the people believe you. If you're not being believable, then you're not selling anything. People are gonna be like, you trash. You're gonna get, destroyed on Rotten Tomatoes. So it was actually Kenyon Morris's character that recommended me for the role. He thought I'll be a good addition to the cast, and from then on it's been watching the more experienced actors what they do and how they get ready for scenes. Help me become a better actor and still helping me become a better actor.
Okay, okay. I always ask this question: what did your mama say? Because our parents, when we get into business, when we get in the entertainment business, our parents are like, "We want you to go to school to be a doctor or a nurse," and it's just like it don't turn out that way. So, what was your parents' reaction to you saying, "Okay, I want to do modeling and acting"?
It's funny. My parents didn't care as long as I didn't go into the army. my my mother and father, like, I want to say like the week before I graduated, and they was like, all right, what you want to do? And they was like, before you answer, you're not going to the army. I was like, girl, like, how you know? Like, how you know I didn't want to do that? But modeling, that actually took me some years to kind of like get comfortable enough to let people in to see me doing it. It wasn't until I think I did your fashion week, and actually Jasmine Sullivan was in the audience. And yeah, mind you, she's like my favorite artist in the whole wide world. So, walking the wrong way, did that. So I'm like screaming. So then, of course, like I sent my mom, the pictures and videos. She was like, oh my God, why did you tell me it's doing your fashion week? Da, da, da. So, but just becoming, coming from like the Caribbean background, it's kind of a little difficult to tell your parents that, like, you want to do model acting, you want to pursue that. And hopefully aspiring singer at some point. Um, but yeah, so my mother, she definitely supports me. I'll send her like pictures, here and there of photo shoots that that she does, and she's like, "Oh, look at my handsome, sexy baby. Wait till I show all the girls like this picture. My son done grew up." Acting, unfortunately, my pops isn't here to see me, act. But I know he's like watching down. I keep always keep it close to me. So. But yeah, they definitely support me. It's been a journey. It's for them and me. So
And you mentioned Kenyon. Kenyon just came in for a brief second, so Kenyon's going to be on the show next week. All right.
hey,
Super excited about that. So we're going to be interviewing some of the cast of Talks with Myself. It's an amazing cast. We just had Damien on not too long ago,
yeah,
and we had a whole long, drawn-out conversation about fashion and just stepping outside of your comfort zone
yes.
and pushing the envelope. So for you with the Met Gala, because the Met Gala was Monday, so we're going to talk fashion, and you've talked about fashion as well too. What was one of your favorite looks from this year's Met Gala?
Okay, so I didn't get to watch it because I was flying, but there was one particular model. She had like Swarovski crystals like all over her body. It was like a bluish,
I know who you're
um,
talking about.
and then it went to like silver. She had like the short hair, dark skin black girl. beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen her before up until that point, but she looks amazing, amazing. So that was my favorite look of the night. I don't know about yours.
Anak Ye, you are referring to Anak Ye. She is the face of Mugler's Hypersense.
Okay,
She's
okay.
beautiful, beautiful. And if you
Gorgeous,
guys have not seen that campaign, I mean, eye color, hair color, everything. Love
flawless,
her.
flawless.
Yes.
So that was your favorite too.
Yes, her and Zendaya. Zendaya, hands down, ranked it.
She
Zendaya and
had
La
two.
Rose. The ultimate. She had four different looks because she went to the Met Gala after party
All right.
and she changed again, and she changed again once she got inside. So
Oh, that's
that's
cool.
what you guys didn't see.
Right.
Yeah,
I know that's right. Okay, and I like Cardi. I like Cardi B's too. I like Cardi's. Shout out to Carla. But yeah, she don't miss. She hasn't been missing.
Rihanna was missing at this year's Met Gala. Reports came out that she caught the flu and she wasn't able to make it, but Cardi gave us our Rihanna moment. Every red carpet used to have a Rihanna moment, and Cardi gave it to us. I mean, the train was so long, it took at least 7 men to
Exactly.
carry this train. Yes,
But it's like, but I like the fact that Cardi is not afraid to like experiment with her looks. And Collins is like, all right, like bitch, like you want to go there, we could take it there. Like sometimes when these artists like they come to these award shows looking safe, but I love that she's like not afraid to experiment.
absolutely. And she does. The Met Gala is about pushing the envelope. The Met Gala is about stepping outside of your comfort zone and your norm and trying things that are out of the ordinary. That's what fashion is. You experiment with it until you find something that you like.
Right.
And for me, couture fashion is my first love. So that was one of my favorite looks of the night. And for instance, Tyler. Yes, Tyler was a beautiful sand hourglass. And there is video footage of Olivier Roussy, who is
Okay.
the founder of Balmain,
Hmm.
cutting the bottom of her gown. So she had two different looks. Yep.
So she, so they cut the bottom part, and then
Yep.
became a second dress. All
Yep.
right, come on, review.
Yep. Anna Wintour just told him let be as creative as you want to because the theme was Garden of Time,
Right.
Sleeping Beauty's reawakening fashion.
Right.
And the first thing that came to me was fairy tale, garden.
Yes.
And it was inspired by a story that came out, which is the Garden of Time. So the theme, everybody was right on cue. However, there were some looks that did not meet the mantra of it. And Tiana
Mhm.
Taylor, yes, it is something about red on brown, beautiful, melanated skin. It's just something about color
Did you
on
see her on the
melanated.
after party? At the after party when she wore the red lingerie?
Yes,
Sickening. Sickening. Playing with her hair. Sickening. And then there was also a guy. He had a three-piece suit, but it was flowers like on the bottom part, and then it kind of like transformed to like a regular suit, like a regular looking like black suit. That was also one of my favorite looks too.
Dan Levy. I think I know who you're talking about. Dan Levy
Yes, that was
had
my favorite.
floor print. It was sort of like an ombre, floor print at the bottom, and
Right,
then as we got to the top, it was dark. So
right.
Dan Levy, yes.
Yeah, that was another look.
Fashion and color. How would you define your personal style? Because I know I love to push the envelope. I love to step outside of my comfort zone and do things that I haven't done. So for you, how would you describe your personal style?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. As long as I'm comfortable and it looks good on me, I'm going to wear it. So, especially when so usually like when I'm out and about, I like give me a nice like jeans, give me a nice tank top, especially in the summer, or a white beater and a regular t-shirt. I'm cool. Now, during shooting with like Roger and all that, it's definitely pushed me to be, more experimental and pushing the box as far as like what I'm wearing. So we did a shoot where I was wearing like a tutu one time, and you know,
Ah,
yes, yes. So that was a couple of years ago, and I never envisioned myself wearing a tutu. But let me tell you, I rock that bitch. I rock that tutu like it was nobody's business. But then also it's like when I'm doing these photo shoots, especially with Derrick, the makeup artist, and also styling some of the shoots as well. He has some amazing pieces as well. So I'll usually take inspiration from that as well as Damien, who you already know and spoke of.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. So and then I love wearing colors. So anything like red looks great on me, green. Um, but yeah, I have to get better. I have to go shopping. I have to tell Damien to tell me to go shopping because I need more clothes.
Damien,
Have you seen his
I told
wardrobe? His wardrobe is sickening.
yes, and that's something that we talked about when he was here is changing up his looks and different things because his character on the show Russell is stylish and he runs his store. So in real life he does this styling and putting pieces together. And when you go to your closet, you're picking out things. You want to pick out every single detail.
Every detail.
And for me, I love if it doesn't hug my curves or cinch that waist in, it's
Yes.
not for me.
That is
I love
not
things
for
that
you.
are
Right.
yes.
Because like
And he said, how did you know about, Damien told me, how did you know about the décolleté? You've been doing fashion for a long time. I said, yes. If it doesn't show cleavage, if it doesn't show a little thigh, a little leg, I don't want
the
it.
what are we doing here? Then we're not done. We're not done getting ready. We're
Yes.
not done. That's why I love the spring and summer. Let me show a little something. Like that's what we got all this for. But also
Absolutely.
but then also like my character, he's very like Topher is my character and the show talks to myself, everyone. Um in the show, like he's not comfortable being vulnerable and being loud as far as like some of the people that he's dated. Um, so for him, it's like also like a slow waiting as well. It's like as the season progresses, as the shows progress, like you'll see him wear more collars or getting more adventurous in the things he wear.
Mm.
Might be like a crop top here and there, which might be a regular day for some people, but coming from a person that's not used to even holding hands in the street or acknowledging any kind of romantic feelings towards the same sex in a public setting, that's a major leap.
Now, there is one scene where after the club, you guys go dancing in the club, and it's like you meet up for brunch with Morris,
Yeah.
Kenya's character on the show. And you come out in this suit. I'm like, well, wait a minute. He went from taking his shirt off to now walking down like a GQ model, suited up. So we have seen you dressed up, but I can't wait to see what you are going to be doing this upcoming season. So for your character, Topher, what are some things that we can expect? 'Cause I know you can't give a whole lot away. I don't want Roger coming after me and killing me.
Nah. He's good people. Hold on, come here. Yeah, come here. Yes, this is here. She can see you. Come here. So, by the way, I have a special guest. This is
For him, hey baby.
Hey, Will.
this is my boyfriend in the show.
Hey. How y'all feeling?
For in, and he's guest co-hosted with me. Him and his boyfriend Bugs. We have done some shows together, and he has music coming out. So for in, tell us about your music also too. Plug your music, baby, while you are in.
So next Friday on the 17th, I'm dropping my next single. It's gonna be my second single. I'll be putting out freestyles and stuff, but it's my second official single, and it's called Icon. It's a dance hall song mixed with house beat. So it's a very specific mix that no one's ever heard before. So it's gonna be fun.
All right. So y'all heard
Period.
it.
Y'all have fun.
I get it with.
Oh my God. All right, Fashion Dolls, the 17th. Y'all heard that. So we are, all right, it's 6:31, and Derek's got to be back on set. We are talking fashion. We are touching on so many different things in this conversation. So the show has turned up the heat, obviously. There's so many plot twists in this season. Roger is doing an amazing job writing and changing things up versus the past two seasons and the other season that we've seen coming up. But this is like this final. So, what can we expect for your character, Topher?
Um, well, as you know, he's getting comfortable in this new relationship that he has. So it's definitely about like personal growth, challenging things that he has been accustomed to being comfortable with, as far as like toxic things that may not be for the betterment of him or his relationship. And then also integrating his relationship with his son, and then getting closer to his son, and he
Mm.
hasn't told a lot of people about the things that's going on with that. So I don't want to talk too much about that section, but um, so that's one, and then also being close friends with Morris now, and then supporting him through his transition, with his next step in life. So he's wearing a lot of hats this season. Before he was more. He had to focus on himself. He had to kind of figure out what the hell he was doing and if it was right for his path. And now he's kind of like finding his path. It's like, okay, so now that I got me, I'm also going to wear these hats. So I'm going to try to be the boyfriend that you need. I'm going to try to be the best friend, that you need. I'm going to be the father to my son that he needs. So it's definitely a lot of growth and a lot of different stories that's going to be going in a lot of different directions.
Now, I talked to Damien about this. You know where I'm going. The scenes in the show get very, very hot and full of passion. So, how do you get prepared to film those type of scenes?
Okay, so I'm actually the clown of the cast. So I'm the jokester. I'm the one that's always cracking jokes, making everybody laugh, doing whatever. So it also helps me with my anxiety and helps the other person relax. It's like, okay, we don't have to be all serious. We can laugh before the scene and we can laugh after the scene. It helps loosen things up. So that's honestly how I've been shooting, and that's I feel like it has been helping my cast members too.
Yes, because those scenes, and Damien said this, that they can be very, very nerve wracking doing them in the beginning, and then afterwards, you just kind of laugh about it. But getting prepared, it is
Prepared,
a lot
yeah.
of set and everything. You have to have your mind in there to get in character with your character that you're working with as well
Yeah.
too. So it's a whole lot
But
filming those types of scenes.
it's also like a good Roger had picked like a really good cast. Like we all have like really great chemistry, like on and off this off the set, just like hanging around, like being around each other, seeing different being around each other's energies. So it's also like really natural too. So it's not really like a forced thing to where like, oh, we have to kind of be relaxed around each other. At this point, it's like we all have great chemistry. We're great friends. It's like, okay, let's do this. Let's make it a dope scene for everybody, and and that's it. And there's of course the bloopers that that get
Oh,
through.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that because Roger does post little blooper clips at
Yeah,
right after the episode, so we get to see that behind the scenes, and it is funny.
yeah.
So,
There's one in particular where we did like one of the hot steamy scenes, and the person had made a sound on the table that was supposed to be there. So it was done while recording, but it was in the moment. It was pretty hilarious.
and
We
that
actually talked about the screening.
and you guys all have a brother, and it's fun. We get to see that behind the scenes. But when those cameras are rolling, when Roger says action and go, you guys get right back into it. But other than that,
Yes.
y'all are having fun. Y'all have a brotherhood, and y'all have shot some amazing photos together as a cast collectively. The cast, all of the cast is beautiful,
Thank you.
and what I love about it is you're getting to see all of these black men in a different light and
Yeah.
relationships and love and
Uh,
experience all of these different things within the queer community. So amazing show, amazing platform. And I can't wait to see because this season I've been seeing the trailers here and there. Roger has
yeah.
been teasing them with
Yes.
little things, little bits and pieces. So he's working on something. It's going to be a plot twist this season. So you guys just have to stay tuned and hang tight. There will be
Thank
no
you.
spoiler alert here.
There's a few plot twists. I ain't gonna say too much, but there's a few.
Yep. And you guys have to make sure you guys head on over to OMEProTV.co and check it out. Check out all of the previous seasons that if you've missed any as well too. It is 636 Fashion Dolls. And I can't keep Derrick. Pretty soon he's gonna have to be back on set filming. So you guys just have to hang tight. But before we wrap up, because I had such a great time chatting with you, my love, you and catching up with Corian, who I've already had on the show, and he's guest
Yes.
co-host with me.
He's a good.
So
No.
He is, and he's super talented. He, with his photography
Yes.
as well too. It's like I've seen the photo with you two together, and I'm just like, ah, this is beautiful.
It's, it, and when I say like everybody on this cast has more than one talent, they're just like they're going in different avenues. Like it's crazy. Like everybody here is so talented. I just need to say that.
If you wasn't acting or modeling, what else would you do? Because you juggle so many hats. All of you individually, you juggle so many hats.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. But honestly, I would be singing. Like singing has always been like my first love. Um, Now I would not be a, s- like a front singer. Like I wouldn't be like a lead singer, like a solo artist. I would not do that. Tom's is crazy. People are crazy. I don't have time. But I would love to do background vocals. Like give me all that. But I love singing. Love singing.
Who's your favorite singer? Because you guys know that I'm a big Whitney Houston fan. I love Whitney Houston.
Love
Love her.
Whitney. Love Whitney. Jasmine Sullivan is my ultimate favorite. Um, Aaliyah, Fantasia, Mariah Carey. Um, what's some new ones I'm liking? I'm trying to think some new girls I'm liking right now. Man, Jackson Souls is my bitch.
It's so many. Chloe. There's Holly. There's SZA. There's her.
I
So
love
many of them.
SZA. SZA had my favorite song "Hit Different." That was my shit the whole time. In the pandemic, when we all like sitting in our rooms and stuff, I'm sitting there, like just flowing through the room. Like I love that song.
And it's like she when she sings about love and writes about all of these different things, she it's like you listen, you're sitting back and you're listening to it, and you're like, I've been through this in my relationship, or know someone who's been through this.
Right, right. Now, listen. I get that from Jasmine Sullivan, but
Yeah.
Beyonce, what she did on Cowboy Carter and Renaissance is some nasty work. Some nasty work. It has not have been a day that I have not listened to a song from either album. It has not been a day. She literally for cracking those albums.
Beyonce is so innovative, and it's like she's behind the scenes cooking. You don't know what she's gonna be working on.
Hmm.
She said this isn't a country album, this is a
Beyonce,
Beyonce album. People were expecting it to sound country, but she put her own twist onto
yeah,
it. And she brought back country music to so many black country artists out here that we never
yeah,
even heard
yeah.
of.
Because
Brought
it started with black people. Yeah, because it started with black people. But it's
out
like it was important for her to like send that message, like to switch, in between genres. Like you don't always have to stay in that box that people put there for you. And then music, acting, whatever. Like you don't have to stay in the box. You can experiment. You could do it a little bit of this, a little bit of that, until you find like what you really love. So I love the way she did that.
absolutely. And to be able to go from different genres of music is very, very difficult because you don't know your audience. You
Right.
don't know what your audience is going to be used to. We're so used to singing dangerously in love, crazy in love. We're used to
At the top of
lemonade
our
being our
voices, though.
favorite. Yeah,
But I love the Cowboy Card. Are you gonna go to the tour once you have it?
yes, I would love to. If
Eh,
she does, people are saying, predicting it, what's going to be, because they're saying, okay, there's Act One of Renaissance, there's Act Two of Renaissance.
yeah,
What's going to be Act Three? Is it going to be rock?
I think it's gonna be rock. I honestly think it's because it's like what else? She did house. She's doing like what else would it be? She's not gonna do R&B. She's done that. Pop. She's not gonna do like maybe it'd be Destiny Child. Maybe Destiny Child. She likes throwing curveballs, so maybe it'll be a curveball like that.
You expect the unexpected with her, because as we speak right now, she's working on something. I can guarantee you that. And she will drop little hints and teasers here or there.
Mhm.
She can make a red carpet appearance and wear something. And we're just like, ah, okay, this is what she's working on with this album. Like when she showed up to the Grammy, the cowboy hat,
Mm.
and the whole entire look gave it away.
Sickening,
And I was like, okay, could this
sickening.
be for the next part of
And I
Renaissance?
love the
And
white
then
hair on her.
it's Taylor.
I love the white hair on her. And I hope we get visuals this time. Like we need visuals this time. Like we're not about to keep doing this. We need visuals, Beyonce.
She already told y'all at the Renaissance tour, she said, "You are the visual, baby." So it's right there. It's
That's
right
true.
there, but I would love to see some too.
That's true. That's true. But she knows we love her. So
And she's
and,
so innovative and ahead of her time. And all of these artists out here, how they pay homage to her and just show her so much love because she's been doing this since 1997, since Destiny's Child. The first debut album came out in what, 1998?
okay.
So she's been doing this a long time.
Yes. Yes. By the way, your hair, makeup, nails, sickening. Sickening.
I had to change it up yesterday. Someone in the comments said you were giving Tina Turner with a little bit of the person the hair I was trying to emulate was Holly Berry, and I
Okay.
seen Holly Berry with the kind of messy, wild texture curly
Right.
hair,
Right.
and
Because
that's
anytime
what
she's
I
running
wanted
for her
to do.
child, so yeah.
Yeah, gotta change it up. I love changing it up. So tomorrow it might be a different color. So you guys stay
Okay.
tuned.
Because I was gonna say I love the blue. Blue is my favorite color. So the blue's dope.
Yes, the color is called Blue Angel, if you guys are wondering. And it looks lilac on camera, but when you see it actually in person, it is blue. It's booby
Uh,
blue.
okay. Okay.
Yes. So, style. Before it's 6:43, I'm keeping tabs on the time. I don't want to keep Derrick, ladies and gentlemen, so we can keep going. Hey, Elmo! A big shout outs to Queen Remy 847. Elmo, how are you, my love? Welcome. We are sitting here with Derrick Butler, and we are dishing on fashion. We're talking on music. We are also touching on talk with myself. And I had a good time today in your live, Elmo. This is your first time catching me on. So, how's the hair, Elmo? Because I know Elmo does hair. He specializes in hair styling, and he is
Fuck it up.
amazing. So, Elmo, did I disappoint you with the hair? Let me know. How'd I do? Because
Drum
I
roll.
love changing it up.
We gonna
Do
do a
I
drum
get
roll.
your stamp of approval?
These
So,
drums gone.
thank you, Elmo. I had to get your stamp of approval. I
She's
had
across the
to.
board.
How am I coming along with the hairstyles? Because you guys know I love to change it up. Being a woman has so many options with her hair. And yesterday I said I haven't done curly hair in a while, and I seen a picture of Holly Berry, and I said, okay, we're gonna try this. And then the previous day before, for the Met Gala, I had like a caramel blonde, and the
Okay.
theme was Garden of Time for the Met Gala. So I said, okay, how do we do this? The dress that I had on had pearls. It was like a rose-shaped pearl. If you go back when I did my interview Monday, and the hair was like a swoop. It was like a caramel blonde. So I'm always changing it up. So
Hold up.
thank you.
Yeah, I have to check this out because that sounds dope. I have to check that out.
Yes. So I had to dress appropriately. It's a Met Gala. So I had to come on here and do my interview dressed in Met Gala attire. But it is beautiful. And I wore the dangly pearl earrings. And this will tie in perfect for the Met Gala if I was to go.
See, you need to be doing what other people are doing, like just inserting themselves into the Met Gala. Like people going viral for that. I think somebody famous just did that too. Like they dressed up as the Met Gala and they like inserted themselves.
It's funny you mentioned that. We got AI now.
Yeah.
And we know Beyonce wasn't at the Met Gala. And we also know that Rihanna couldn't make it. And
Right.
Katy Perry. AI is, y'all are fooling us with this
The
AI.
Katy
Because
Perry
I
one
mentioned,
was going to be my favorite one because she had the wet hair and then she really looked like she was in like the garden. I'm like, oh my god, like it's crazy. Found out it was AI.
listen, y'all fooled me with that picture of Katy Perry and Beyonce, but the black look that Beyonce had was beautiful. That AI, y'all have gotten very creative.
Crazy.
Very
It's
creative.
scary. It's scary. It's gonna be soon, but we're not gonna know what's real and what's not. There needs to be like a stamp or something on these pictures.
They fooled me. Katy Perry's mom sent it to Katy Perry, and then she texted her and she said, "Is this you?" She said, "No, this is AI, right, mom?"
Well,
So
well,
I fooled everybody.
She was like, you might want to tell the rest of the world because I don't think nobody knows.
AI is no joke. Y'all have becoming so creative. Zendaya originally did not have a designer for her dress. And so what Law did was he messaged John Galliano, who's worked with Christian Dior, and Anna Wintour. They got in touch with John through Anna Wintour. And that's how she got her dress made. So the first look was John Galliano,
Right,
Dior. And we know the Zendaya. It's like, and she's already tall. She's
right,
built like a Barbie. So
right.
it's like anything that they put on her, she brings to life, and she's an actress. So Law
Exactly.
said in his interview,
She's gonna know how
whatever
to
character
move.
that's given her
Right.
to portray, she's gonna bring that character to life. Now the second look, the headpiece, Philip
Headpiece.
Tracy. Philip Tracy is just one of the most iconic couture headpiece designers there is. And when she came on, she did 4 different outfit changes, y'all. I don't know how, but they allow people to change inside the Met as they're there. And we've seen them cutting Tyler's
Oh yeah,
dress.
yeah.
Yeah, my thing is, how do you sit down in some of these pieces?
Because
How
she's
do you
gonna like
sit
to
down?
redo, like take that off, like redo her hair, and then take that off. The girl's working. But she said, like she's always said, like she has to be used to this, like the process, because she said she does not miss a award show. She says she doesn't care if she's nominated or not. She's going, so she has to be used to this process.
And I agree with what Elmo just said, which is she can do no wrong. Zendaya, in my opinion, she's one of the 10 best styled black women there is, along with Rihanna and Taraji P. Henson. Now, Taraji's look was my favorite because she paid homage to Diana Ross. Now, if you look in my background, I have 2 photos of Diana Ross, and at the top it is Grace Jones. So I have a wall of all these
I love
amazing
vision.
women who are influences in my style. If you see me take pictures, you take a look in the background, they're there. But
Yeah,
she paid homage to Diane Carroll and Diana Ross and
I
Minnie
love it.
Riperton. It was a mix. The flowers,
I
her
love it.
hairstylist Tim Wallace did an outstanding job.
I love that. See. I love when my people come out and represent. What did what's it called say? I'm room for everybody black.
Issa Rae, yep,
You should
sure
write
did.
it. Because that's what we're going to do. Also, what was Doja Cat wearing?
It was like a wet T-shirt, sexy, different.
Yeah.
But you guys want to know how she got the wet effect? She used hair gel all over. And she had the chrome tears. Pat McGrath, who is an amazing makeup artist,
Huh.
uh, did her chrome tears.
Yeah.
And Vogue actually posted behind the scenes of how watching them get ready. And Pat McGrath, man, when I tell you her palettes, her eyeshadow palettes, her highlighters are everything. And Elma, I know you can attest to Pat McGrath. She is the GOAT. Now, if you go back and you look at her Maison Margiela show,
Mm-hmm.
she had the models walk out with the porcelain glass face. So beautiful.
Ooh.
Yes, so she's cooking. Pat McGrath, they don't call her Professor Pat for nothing. She is outstanding at what she does.
Oh, I gotta keep this. I gotta keep this. After the shoot.
Hair gel lightly sprites throughout as a great trick to get a dewy look. Yes. And it had that wet effect because when she stepped out, the whole
Yeah.
dress was stuck to her body like she just stepped out of water. Remember Kim Kardashian? So, I mean,
That's what I'm saying, because she wasn't
that's
like
the part
dripping, like it was wet, but it was like still like you said, like it was fitting, it was forming.
cling to her body, showing her curves. And I liked it. It's different. Everybody had their own interpretation
Right.
of Garden of Time. Another one of my favorite looks would have to be, oh my God, it's my name drawing a blank. It's been so many. I would have to say the best, another one of my favorite looks would have to be Cardi B's. Cardi B
Yeah.
ate that red carpet up.
It was
That,
the black, right? When she
yeah,
when they spread
she
it
gave,
all out by the stairs.
actually, yes, she had 2 options. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but one of the gowns was green. The other
Mhm.
gown that she chose to go with was black.
So she
She
didn't show
looked
up in the
black.
green.
Yeah. She tried on, it's actually on Vogue magazine. They're still uploading looks as we speak.
Oh, okay.
Janelle Monáe. Janelle Monáe.
I, s- I don't never seen hers. How what was she wearing? How was it looking?
Janelle Monáe.
Yeah, yeah.
She had like this. Do you guys know what a mirror looks like when you break glass or something, or it's like you have hanging crystals?
Hmm.
Vera Wang customized her gown, and it was gorgeous.
So she had
And
like
when she
drippy.
walked, yes, it was like she was glistening. How can I describe it? It's like very iridescent,
Yeah, yeah,
whimsical. And as she moved, the pieces of the gown on, now she almost tripped on the stairs. Essence Magazine caught her. She had on these platform heels. You know how they're high platform heels.
yeah.
But she fell, and it was just like, okay, she caught herself.
But did they
Beautiful.
catch? Did they get the shot though? Did they get the shot of her falling though?
Beautiful shot. She did that.
Yes.
Janelle Monáe, because you know, it's hard walking in heels.
I'm sure.
It is hard walking in heels, and then at the same time, you have to carry this heavy train, or you have 4 or 5 people carrying
Right.
the train behind you.
And
It
then
is a lot.
don't have that big hair piece or big hair on, like that you got on top. Listen, what y'all do is so appreciated. Cause my God.
It's a lot. Those things are heavy. They weigh so many pounds. Tell me about walking in heels, Stevie. Elmo knows it all too well. Listen, it is difficult, and you've seen those platform heels, like the ones they used to wear in the '70s. They
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
fashion history repeats itself. So
And they're heavy
she
too,
had
I'm
on
sure.
those type of shoes, and she balanced herself. She tripped on the stairs, and it was just like, whoa!
Yeesh.
The photographers, but they caught it, and she caught herself. She didn't
Okay.
fall. Very graceful.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she did what Zendaya did, because I love how, and Frances, beautifully diverse fashion here on the ground, she said, have you seen the 360 angle? What I love about E-News is they have the glam bot cam, and you can see
From every
single
angle.
every single detail.
Mm.
Beautiful. So they did a good job.
I want to see this. Like Janelle Monáe is like a really, really beautiful girl. She's another one that usually is on point too. I gotta see this.
This Janelle Monáe, when last year's theme was what? The previous year before was camp. And she came with this Christian Siriano. It was pink and it had the eye. So she's
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I just see that.
very futuristic, very fashion forward. She's always pushing the envelope with style. Another one is Erica Badu. And I think they are both so similar because they're very futuristic.
Oh
Very,
yeah.
how can I say it? Erica Badu was there also too. And she came in this bright, beautiful, colorful number that had like an eye and it was orange. Oh, she looked amazing.
Listen, they're always gonna be in their own lane. They always gonna do what they're gonna do. But what they do is they inspire the other girls to like reach out and like, oh, she can do that. Oh, let me branch out and see. Oh yeah, maybe I could do like a little bit different over here too. But
Now I'm gonna
Kim
read
started to say
Elmo's
this too.
comment.
Hmm?
I'm gonna read Elmo's comment. Elmo said it's super hard and people don't know you're supposed to walk on carpet first until you're comfortable with them. Yes, because we've seen, listen, we've seen what happened when models actually walk on the catwalk
I've seen
at
some
fashion
stuff.
shows.
I've seen some stuff. Like, and
Gigi Hadid,
I'll be scared.
Gigi Hadid was there, and do you guys remember when she was walking on the catwalk and one of her shoes came off? She had to keep going. The show
Yeah.
must go on.
Oh,
So
the show. Like, listen, whether you listen, unless you break your ankle, you better keep walking. You better hit the end of that runway and walk back. Anything else, you keep going. Like,
and what
hmm?
And what she did was she curled her foot like this, and she kept walking. She had one shoe on, and she curled her
She
foot,
was
and she
walking on the
kept
balls of her
walking.
feet. Yeah. Mhm.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You couldn't even tell.
Yeah, that well, I mean, she's a trained model. That's what they teach you. Like, walk on the balls of your feet. Do not walk flat footed down that runway. Like that just
Even with the
thunder
both
will yank
hands
you.
in. Exactly, Elmo. You still have to keep going. It's like, okay, when you are in the midst of doing theater, you standing up in front of that crowd. That crowd is watching. If you
Right.
miss a line or something, they're going to catch up to it.
Mhm.
They're going to know. So the thing is, you make sure you keep going.
Right.
You know,
Because half the
every time.
time, like when you mess up, like half the time they don't even know you messed up. It's not till you show it on your face that they be like, "Oh, I guess there is something wrong." Like, no, keep on going, still sell it. Even if that goddamn shoe broke, you pick up that shoe, throw it out on something, you sell it.
Absolutely. And that's what it's about. Fashion is about life imitating art and stepping outside of the boundary. It is 6:56. This conversation is so good. Fashion Dolls.
I miss you guys.
And I wish we could keep you longer, Derrick. We got to set something up again in the fall. We got to have you back on.
Yes, can I definitely say that I enjoyed you and thank you for inviting me. Thank you for giving me your time and your space to even come on here and talk to everybody, talk to you. You definitely I want to say I was nervous coming on before this, but you definitely made it easy for me. You definitely made me comfortable talking to you, talking to the people. This is my first Instagram live, everybody. So, yeah. Pop the
We
cherry.
got to do it again. Got to do it again. Got to have you back on.
Listen, I
And Elmo, thank
love
you
you.
for joining. I got your stamp of approval because I'm just like, okay, with this hair, I'm kind of scared. Okay, I've got to make sure this right. This color is right. Everything has to look perfect.
No,
So,
I love this
Elmo
swoop.
said
It's also
that
giving like a little touch of Aaliyah too. It's getting a little,
with over the time.
yeah.
Yes.
It's giving some Aaliyah too. So I love this swoop.
Before we let you go, Derrick, final words of encouragement.
I would say, as corny as it is, I swear, please believe in yourself. I know so much noise and distraction going on in the world, so much negativity or whatever that's going on in the world. But when I tell you, just keep going. Whether you gotta take a walk, play your favorite video game, go touch grass, go chill with your favorite cousin, whatever you need to do to take one day at a time, take it. Because a lot of people out here is getting overwhelmed. Love yourself. Love yourself. And go to therapy too. Everybody should be in therapy.
ABC Alphabonic Chronicles. Elmo, I will see y'all tonight. I'm going to also add on to what Derrick just said. And today's final thought comes from Alexander McQueen, who is a fashion pioneer. He says, if I didn't make mistakes, I'd never learn. You can only go forward by making mistakes. And the key trick is to keep going, keep
Keep going.
persevering, and surround yourself with people who uplift you. Even when you make a
Yes.
mistake and you see yourself falling, there's people there to catch you and bring you back up along the way. So remember that, Fashion Dolls. Now, Derrick, where can everyone follow you? We can't give a whole lot away about this season. You guys
Nah.
have to check out Talks with Myself on oemepro.co.
Yes, talks with myself. We'll be shooting again this summer, so we'll be give you guys the next season, probably around this fall, this winter. Shout out to Roger again, amazing director, Ken, who's the lead actor, Morris. Um, but yeah, so it's gonna be a good season. We got some stuff lined up for you guys, so hope you're excited.
All right, Fashion Dolls and Derrick, thank you so much. I had an amazing time. I wish you could stay longer, but
I
when Roger
know.
says, okay, be back on set, you got to be back on set.
It's fine. You'll be all right. Thank you though.
You are so welcome. And Fashion Dolls, ABC, Elmo, thank y'all so much for showing me so much love and support. I love y'all down. I am going to continue to keep rocking with y'all. Y'all showing me so much love. And I will see y'all tonight. Now, joining me tomorrow, she is my first female rap artist that I'll be interviewing here tomorrow, Miss Showbiz. So I've interviewed a lot of music artists on this platform, but she is the first female rap artist. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow on Style by Stevie at 4, and I will see y'all then, Fashion Dolls. Take care, be fierce, be fabulous, and this will be on Style by Stevie on YouTube, and it will be here on the Grab. And Derrick, thank you so much. I had a great time.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
You too. Take care, Fashion Dolls.